What if I told you that the one doesn't exist? Yeah, I know. Feels like you've heard that before. But let's be honest. Some part of you still wants to believe it. Why do we still find ourselves wondering if there's someone out there, just one person, who's made for us? The one who will just get us instantly, deeply, forever. TV shows, rom-coms, even TikToks, they all tell us the same thing. When you know, you know. But here's the truth no one wants to say out loud. That's not how love works, and it never has. The idea of soulmates, it's a fantasy. Beautiful, seductive, and completely made up. Origins and appeal of the soulmate myth. It all started with a myth. In Plato's Symposium, Aristophanes describes how humans were once whole, two people fused into one powerful being. Too powerful, in fact. So the gods split them apart, condemning them to wander the earth in search of their other half. It's poetic. It's tragic. It's a myth that stuck. Fast forward to today, and we're still buying it, just with better lighting and soundtracks. The media has glamorized this myth for decades now, programming us to expect to find the one.
You complete me.
Romantic comedies, fairy tale weddings, pop songs, we raised on the idea that love is something we find, not something we build. And the soulmate myth is comforting and appealing. It says we don't have to work for love, we just have to find it. And then, when we do, it'll be perfect, effortless, eternal. It sounds amazing, but when you think about it, the original myth really sounds like a curse. Why the concept falls apart. In the 2000s and 2010s, young women, especially millennials, were bombarded by this message, leaving many to have unfair and unrealistic relationship expectations.
Hang in there. It's gonna happen.
Well, okay, now how do you know that?
Because she's your lobster.
The soulmate myth sets us up to fail because the concept simply doesn't align with reality. We expect fireworks, instant chemistry, no doubts. We expect someone to fulfill all of our needs, emotionally, physically, spiritually, without struggle or compromise. So when real life relationships don't match the fantasy, we think we are doing it wrong, or worse, that we are with the wrong person.
Victoria, there is a word in German, lebenslanger Schicksalsschatz. And the closest translation would be lifelong treasure of destiny.
The myth of the one has convinced an entire generation, especially women, that anything less than effortless perfection isn't real love. So we ghost or we wait, holding out for something better, something that is meant to be. Hopeless romantics don't like what I'm about to say, but here's the truth. There isn't just one person out there for you. There are many people you could build something meaningful with. And that's the catch. You have to build it. Look, relationships are hard, even with the right person. No relationship is meant to be. You both have to want it bad enough to make it happen. Because real committed relationships are not about fate, but bonding, connection, and time. Even science offers some real insights into what actually makes people compatible long term, and none of it involves fate or a magical connection or love at first sight. It's not about just knowing, it's about choosing again and again. You can have insane chemistry with someone who's totally wrong for you, and you can overlook someone amazing because it didn't feel like a movie right away. The soulmate myth clouds judgment. It keeps you chasing feelings instead of paying attention to the things that actually matter, like how they handle conflict, or if they show up when it counts, if they want the same thing as you, if you want the same lifestyle, if you have the same values. I mean, how many times have I read on Reddit that people wanted to get a divorce because one person wanted kids and the other didn't wanna? Like, that just doesn't make sense. That's something that should be really clear from the start. But it's not romantic. I know. Harmful consequences of believing in soulmates. Believing in the one isn't just naive. It can be really harmful. Some people leave good relationships too soon, thinking if this were real, it wouldn't be this hard. Others stay in the bad ones for too long because what if he really is my soulmate? And then there's the biggest trap of them all, avoiding responsibility by blaming fate. He wasn't the one. It just wasn't meant to be. No, you didn't communicate. You didn't grow. You didn't choose. You put unfair expectations on someone, and no one can live up to your fantasy. We all admire those old couples we see in the park who've been together for like 40 years, but many of us forget how many compromises it took to get there. They didn't find each other. They chose each other again and again. A better way to think about love. Here is the silver lining. The one doesn't exist until you make them. Until you let death do you apart, you will not know for sure that they were the one. You build a relationship. You create the connection. You choose to love, even on the days it's inconvenient, even on the days you want to hate them. If you do that, you may experience real intimacy, not the fun, passionate feeling of chemistry that makes you fall in love at first sight and gives you the butterflies, but the one that is earned through shared experience and growth.
You are my husband, and I am your wife, and if you have a problem, we will fix it together.
And honestly, that is so much more powerful than fate. It means that love is not out of your hands. It's something you create with someone through time, trust, and effort. The real magic isn't in finding someone perfect for you, who is your soulmate, but in becoming each other's person, slowly, messily, and intentionally. I hate that this trope is so strong even still today, and I hope we can move past it because it's definitely one of the root causes of the marriage crisis. It took me years to unlearn the soulmate myth that the culture pushed down my throat for years, to stop chasing the fantasy and start appreciating reality. You don't need the one, you just need someone who chooses you and someone you're willing to choose back. The kind of love doesn't get a million views on Instagram, but it lasts. So if you're still out there looking for the one, maybe stop searching, start building, because soulmates aren't found, they're made. Thanks for watching.